finished part 2 of Mistborn. That's chapters 9 through 15. Let's do a quick recap and then talk about my thoughts. From part 1 to part 2, we've jumped forward just a few months. Kelsier is turning the noble houses against each other. Everyone thinks it's like a totally bonkers plan. We're having all kinds of training sessions. We're having training in different kinds of allomancy. We're having training with different ones who only have one specific power. We're having training on how to be a lady and nobility. Vin moves into this mansion to play nobility, to play the role, and gets a whole makeover, and it's so much fun. And in the past for her, she has not rejected her femininity, but she's hidden it because femininity has made her unsafe. And now she needs to be feminine. It's a part of the role. She needs to be quote unquote ladylike. It does get a bit gruesome. Cayman, Vin's asshole of a boss from the first part, is hung. And it's, I'm not gonna tell you about the description. If you've read it, you know the description, but it made me just like gag a lot. And everyone from his lair is found and brutally murdered to where they're like, who did this? What did this? There are theories about it, but ultimately they're like, this is fucked. Vin goes to her first ball. She hasn't been taught how to dance yet. They want her to catch some people's attention, but not too many people's, and definitely the right people's. And they say, don't dance with anyone yet. It's your first time. We'll teach you how for the next time. And she goes to hide because she needs some space, and she gets the attention of, I want to say you pronounce it Elend, who is the heir to one of the houses there. Can't remember which one. He majorly outranks her. That's important. And I appreciate him because he's at a ball, but he just wants to hide and read his books. And Vin is kind of like, hey, why are you reading? Pay attention to me. I feel cute and girly. And as someone who was once a teenage girl, oh, great job, Sanderson. That was realistic. Like I said before, I'm not really sure how I feel about Kelsier. He's definitely being a little shady here. Vin recognizes it. She follows him. And we learn about this 11th medal, which like kind of like lets you see like a little bit into the future for yourself, so you know what's going to happen, and then you can know how to react. So very helpful with fighting. Kelsier is sneaking into the Lord Ruler's palace, and he should not let Vin come with him, but he's like, well, you're going to do it anyway. Not a good enough excuse. Okay, he shouldn't have let her come. He lets her come. She gets her first kill. In the stress of everything, she's like, oh, okay, I'm just going to keep moving on because I can't handle that right now. We don't have time to deal with the repercussions of killing someone for the first time. And then she gets like almost like deadly wounded. That's our recap. My thoughts so far are it's definitely starting to pick up. It's not that part one was very heavy, but I feel like the flow was slow. The material of how this world works and the government system and the class divides, that's heavy subject matter, but I feel like how it was done was very slow. So in that sense, I was struggling to keep my focus. The pace has improved for me personally. I still don't really connect to Kelsier. I do find him interesting. I think it's probably all of the secrets. I'm just struggling to grasp onto something, not in terms of interest, but in terms of like feeling maybe a kinship with him. I'm not feeling that. I don't think I'm supposed to, but that was a struggle in the beginning because we had so much of his point of view. And I prefer and am more enjoying Vin's point of view. I will not remember all of the allomancy rules, but I do feel like they are done in a way and clearly spelled out to where like I'm getting the vibes, and I will follow in that sense. It also is a very hard and structured magic system. It's not just like, ooh, magic, but like there's rules and those are followed. The Mist Wraith description had me like gagging, and then I looked it up and it actually wasn't that bad. It was kind of just like a hodgepodge of different creatures. If you're grossed out by it, I do recommend look it up because the art wasn't that bad. I am still suspicious of Kelsier. I feel like Vin is as well, and I appreciate that. I feel like often with fiction, you look at a character and you're trying to decipher, are you morally gray or are you bad? And right now that's where I am with Kelsier because of his disregard of the lives of those who disagree with him. I understand he's gone through a lot. He's gone through trauma for sure, but I'm not sure how I feel about this man. And that's good. I think that's where we're supposed to be. I think that's what Sanderson wanted at this point in the book. So that was chapters 9 through 15.